Hey guys, welcome to my video. I'm me and today I want to tell you about the cultural shock. Let's see. Cultural shock is the emotional and mental reaction to being in a completely new cultural environment. This is often a very difficult experience for many people, and it consists of several stages of feelings until someone successfully adapts to being in the new culture. The honeymoon phase of cultural shock is usually the first stage that people go through when surrounded by different cultural values and lifestyle. During this stage, people often have very positive image of their new cultural surroundings. They tend to view this in an idealistic way and ignore or minimize problems. Encounters with new people are seen so fascinating and unique. This phase is usually quite short for most people and quickly give way to the second stage called the frustration phase. During the frustration phase, the newcomer begins to experience a more negative view of their cultural surroundings. The problem of communicating in a new language or the tasting different foods, for example, are no longer novel. The visitor tends to exaggerate or dwell on problems in the new culture. There is a definite frustration that things should be easy are still difficult. For example, people who may have been enjoyed learning the basics of a language during the honeymoon phase would now find it hard to try and communicate with locals in the frustration phase. Newcomers may feel isolated during this phase, and many people will voluntarily isolate themselves depending on one's outlook and situation. This phase can last days, months, or even years. After the frustration phase ends, the adjustment phase begins. This marks the time when newcomers begin to adapt to the new culture. They begin to accept the difference around them and the challenges of everyday life. They can appreciate some aspects of the new culture while being realistic about those they perceive as problems back in the frustration phase. It opens the door to three possible outcomes: mastery, rejection, or assimilation. The newcomer who enter the mastery phase have completely adapted to the values and beliefs of the new culture. They are able to navigate the new culture like a native while at the same time keeping some of their own original cultural values. Those who through the rejection phase have decided against integrating in the new culture and to accept it, they usually choose to permanently withdraw from the culture through isolation or returning home. Interestingly, these people usually have the hardest time readjusting to their home culture after going back. Integrators are people who completely adopt their identity and of the new culture and give up the values and beliefs of their home culture. Cultural shock is a very emotional experience for most people, and there are many symptoms. A person going through cultural shock may display irritability and angry outbursts at times. Many experience a bout of depression or anxiety from time to time. If not managed carefully, it can lead some people to suicide. It's important to recognize these symptoms in newcomers and understand the reason for this feeling. Okay, this is the end of my video today, and see you in the next video. I will tell you something really interesting. Thank you. Goodbye.